Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to see question from June 2013 consisting of 3 marks. The question is, the integral equation, this which is a Volterra kind of equation, has solution among which of these? Which of these is the solution of the given Volterra kind of equation, right? So let us look at the solution. There are many ways in which you can solve any integral equation, right? One way is that you can calculate the resolvent kernel, and by doing that you'll get the solution y of x as x minus integration from 1 to x. It would be r x t lambda, where lambda in our question it is equal to -1, right, multiplied by f of t, and f of x is x, so it would be t dt. So this would be the solution, where this r x t -1 could be calculated as the sum of iterative kernels, right? So summation m varies from 1 to infinity, lambda, which is -1 in our case, raised to power m -1, km xt, where what is this km? These are known as the iterative kernels. This is one approach to do that, right? This is the mth iterative kernel, but this way is lengthy. But for exam purposes, we need something else that would give us quick solutions, right? So this is the given Volterra equation. We can convert this equation into the corresponding differential equation, right? So our equation is given to be y of x is equal to x minus integration 1 to x, right? Then x into yt dt. This is our equation. We can differentiate this equation with respect to x. So let us do that. We'll obtain y dash of x, that is equal to 1 minus d dt of integration of 1 to x yt dt, right? So how one can obtain the derivative of this integral function? For doing that, we have this Leibniz rule. What is that? It is, if you want to calculate the derivative of some integral function, so what you need to do, you just have to take the partial derivative of this function f with respect to t, keeping u constant, right? And then what you need to do, you need to take the partial derivative of upper limit of t here, and then multiply this term with this f of tu, where you will substitute this u with the upper limit, right? Moreover, minus you'll have to do the partial derivative of lower limit with respect to t, this term, multiplied by this function f, where you substitute ut with a of t, the lower limit, right? So this is the rule, and you must remember this. This is a very important rule. So let us use this rule. So we'll obtain y dash x, that would be equal to 1 minus, here we'll take the brackets, this term would be integration from 1 to x, then the partial derivative of this term with respect to x, that would give me y of t dt, because here we'll take the partial derivative with respect to x, and the coefficient of x is y of t dt. Then we'll have plus the partial derivative of upper limit with respect to x, that would be 1. So 1 multiplied by this f of x and t, so that would give me x into y of x, because now I have to replace this t with the upper limit, that is x. So we'll have x into y of x minus the lower limit is 1, so the derivative of 1 with respect to x, that would be 0. So 0 into x into y of 0. So ultimately this term would be 0, right? So it would give me y dash x, that is equal to 1 minus integration from 1 to x y of t dt minus x y of x. So this is what we got. Now let us see what is this value. our given equation is this one, right? We can write this equation as integration from 1 to x yt dt, that would be equal to x minus y of x. And because this integral is dependent on this t, we can take this x out from this integral sign. So we'll have 1 upon integration from 1 to x yt dt, that would simply be x minus y of x divided by x. So that x, I took it the right hand side over here. So we'll obtain this value. So let's substitute this value over here. So let's see what do we obtain. We have y dash x, that would be equal to 1 minus of this term, right? And what is that? It is 1 minus y of x by x, this thing, minus x y of x. So this would give me y dash of x is equal to 1 minus 1 plus y dash upon y of x by x minus x y of x, right? This 1 and 1 cancels, so we'll take the y of x common and divide it on the left hand side. So we'll have y dash x divided by y of x, that would be equal to 1 by x minus x. So now we can integrate both sides, right? So here the limits are from 1 to x, the same as that given in question. So it would be log of y of x, that would be equal to log of x, and the integration of x would be x square by 2, and the limits of integration are from 1 to x, right, plus some constant c. We'll take this in log, right? So it would be log of y of x, that would be equal to, here let's put the limits. So it would be log x minus log 1, that would be 0, right, minus of x square by 2 and plus 1 by 2, right, plus log of c. So this term is 0, right? So we have here, I'm taking this term and this term together, so this would give me log of x into c, and here I have plus 1 by 2 1 minus x square. So this would give us log of yx divided by xc is equal to 1 by 2 1 minus x square. So ultimately it would be y of x is equal to cx into e to the power 1 by 2 1 minus x square. Now we can take c is equal to 1. So our solution could be y of x is equal to x into e to the power 1 by 2 1 minus x square. Actually there are so many solutions depending on this constant c, but let us look at our options. So this is the correct option according to what we have just found. So option C is the correct option. Given we take the constant c to be equal to 1, right? This is valid for all c, so it is also valid for c is equal to 1. So option C is the correct option. Thank you for watching.